Shh. Hi.
Welcome back.
Darian didn't just click the streaming button. For
Not at all. If you all got notifications on today for
you
Josh
say today
playing Bloodborne again today. Yesterday. Well, that was yesterday technically. I don't know how long you streamed for.
Yeah, but this video won't go up for like a week. So a week ago, if you got a notification for a stream that was live for 2 seconds, that was Darian.
Yeah, I was gonna go live playing Bloodborne on Josh's channel, except not really. It was just an accident. I'm sorry.
He's too weak for Bloodborne.
I can play it.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
Prove it.
Fuck you. I don't owe you anything. I can prove it to myself.
You're right. You won't.
I'll start my own playthrough and pass you and beat it before you.
You know that's not happening.
It
Have
could.
fun,
You
loser.
never. You never know. I could be strong.
You didn't even beat Gascoigne.
You did, didn't you?
Yeah, you tried, died, like 3 times in a row, then tossed the controller to me and saying like, I'm gonna go to the restroom, you try it or something, and then I beat him by the time you came back.
Yeah, you cheesed it and won. It's the only way to fight Gascoigne, really.
I mean, that's how I like to fight Gascoigne. But welcome back.
Welcome
here
back to Echo.
with our favorite horny group of friends.
They're all... I mean, Jenna's not that horny.
As far as you know.
Yeah, as far as I know, she's not. She could be, which is cool, I guess.
Yes, my favorite character, Jenna be gay.
Jenna be gay. Like Johnny be good, but Jenna be gay.
Mm-hmm. I think it's supposed to be pronounced Begay.
Like her last name?
Yeah, because it's like Begay.
Begay. Okay. Have we seen it yet?
Yeah, they said it.
I don't remember it.
No.
Oh, cool, I guess.
A commenter had to actually remind me because I was like, man, I don't remember her name. I remember it started with a B, and they were like, how could you forget Jenna's name? It's the theme of Echo.
Oh my god. Whoa! My mind is melted. Thank you, commenter. Oh my god. I will never forget it now.
Yeah, it's Jenna be gay.
Jenna be gay.
Because she's the only straight character in the game.
Oh, bless it. Fucking bless it.
Look, it's a fact of Echo, of the entire Echo franchise. There's only 2 gender/sexualities, and that is gay men and straight women. Everyone in this universe just loves cock.
How do they reproduce though?
They just have to settle.
They just have to settle. Maybe there's breeding programs. They'll like,
Maybe.
all right.
Well, you have people like William, and how he has an ex-wife, and he just never loved her. And he did have a kid with her.
Okay, yeah, that does happen.
Yeah.
I actually didn't know that about William.
Yeah.
That's cool. He is daddy.
He is a daddy.
He is. It makes so much sense.
Samuel needs to call him daddy.
Oh. I don't know. Samuel doesn't seem like the type to call someone daddy.
No, but you can pay him to.
Fuck, that's right. You know that's right. Shit.
But yeah, we're gonna play.
We're gonna play some more of this Echo game.
And we're visiting Carl to get ready for his interview.
His job interview. Yeah. That's right.
Isn't that exciting?
That's exciting. I'm
Yeah.
gonna see how it goes.
I peek inside the bathroom, watching as Carl stares at himself in the mirror, running his fingers through his hair.
I'm sure you look fine. Oh, Daxton's here.
Daxton's here.
Yes. Easy for you to say. You can't even grow hair.
Facts.
He's a lizard, you know? They don't do that, really.
Is he a lizard?
He's a salamander. I'm sorry, he's an amphibian.
Yeah.
What the fuck ever? Wait, who was that fucking...
Are you speciesist?
Is that fucking Verge from over the hedge? People kept calling him a amphibian. He keeps getting like reptile because he's a fucking turtle.
Yeah.
I almost said over the garden wall instead of over the hedge.
Well, Over the Hedge is a much more highbrow piece
oh my
of
God.
media than Over the Garden Wall. So, I I think it's been a decade since. No, it hasn't been a decade. No, it might have actually been a decade since I've seen Over the Hedge.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's that old.
Yeah, yeah.
When was the last time you think you watched it?
I don't know. It must have been like 2010.
I probably watched it in my teen years at some point.
It must have been during a time where I was just like, I'm just gonna watch the filmography of DreamWorks.
Yeah, you like, I want to consume everything shitty.
That's DreamWorks.
You went through that period. You're like, I'm gonna consume all the shitty media.
Well, that's what Netflix is for.
True.
So it is what it is. Carl sets the trimmers down, running his fingers through his beard.
You tell him, Chase.
Carl looks at me, and I have to agree that he looks quite a bit better. You look fantastic, a lot cleaner.
Thanks. Now you might want to get the gamer stink off of you. You smell like JRPGs and energy drinks. What does that smell like?
Come.
Oh. Whoa! Whoa! Yo! Okay then, I guess.
Look, this is 2015. What did they have to play besides Nep Nep Senran Kagura and like? There wasn't a new Final Fantasy game. There hasn't been a new Final Fantasy since 10. For some reason, the franchise just stopped after that. You have Persona, and that's all just people arguing over which dick they would suck.
That's fair. That's facts. That's valid.
What else came out around that? Was there? No, that was when RPGs died.
Yeah, it was around then.
Yeah, yeah.
2000.
And it got replaced with the low-budget waifu RPGs. That was like when Criminal Girls came out.
Oh, fuck, I remember that. That was awful. What was that? What's the one that was for Vita? The birth one? You remember?
You have to be more specific than that.
It's
Conception.
Conception. Thank you.
Yeah, hold hands to birth babies.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That was that period. Yeah, I think. Well, that was a little bit later. I think maybe.
That was like 2015.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because I bought it.
I know. That's why I remember it.
Yeah, that was all like shitty waifu RPGs. That was like when Omega Quintet came out.
Akiba's Trip, I think.
Akiba Strip, yeah.
What else?
Mine Zero, like that was like waifu bait and like other things. It was not.
There was a golden era for sure.
Golden in quotes.
Golden, yeah. I mean, it was like a little bit after we graduated.
Yeah,
I do remember that.
Yeah, and it was just like, where are the RPGs at? And then the industry was like, only waifu shit.
They're right here. You just have sexy girls in them. You like that, right?
And I'm like, yes. And then I bought all of them.
Yeah. Was that Valkyrie Drive? Was that then?
Yeah, that was that era.
Yeah.
That was that era. Yeah, see? It's just like, for some reason, we stopped getting like good RPGs and we got the horny RPGs.
Yeah.
And it was like, if you were pre-ordering a JRPG, people immediately thought it's like one of those anime waifu games. And it's like, oh no.
But yeah, it did feel like that way.
Yeah, you could pre-order the Double D edition of the latest Senran Kagura.
It was Senran Kagura 2 Double D edition was the collector's one, and I almost bought it for 3DS.
Yeah, I thought about it.
I definitely thought about it for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I find myself snickering, though Carl doesn't look anywhere near a point of laughter. He just quietly shuts the door in my face.
So Chase, didn't expect I'd see you again.
I look over to Daxton, who's standing beside the bathroom door with his arms crossed. Neither did I. Carl asked me to come over, so I did. Daxton nods. Do you think he's got this?
I haven't known Carl long enough to say, really. I hope he does.
I can't help but thinking a lot of things could go wrong, you know. Carl doesn't get out much.
It's weird thinking about the future like that, isn't it?
I cock my neck some in the amphibian's direction. Yeah, see, amphibian.
Yeah.
You dirty speciesist.
Jeez.
What do you mean?
The infinite possibilities of things that can happen.
So you expect the worst?
With an infinite number of timelines, there's no such thing as a worst case scenario, just an infinite number of varying shades of bad. Nerd.
Does this make you like him more or less?
I'm at the same level.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Do you actually believe that? He clicks his tongue, waving his hand dismissively.
No, it was an episode of...
Adastra.
Yeah. See? Fucking nerd.
Daxton perks a furless brow towards me at the sound of the front door opening. We turn and make our way towards the entrance hall next to the kitchen. The familiar heavy footfall of a dead giveaway of who's here.
Didn't know job interviews were a fucking group event. Oh my god, he's here?
Oh my god.
It's been like 5 episodes since we've seen this guy.
It's been more than that.
It's been a minute, dude. Did you finally get all the dicks out of your ass? Oh my god.
Oh, okay. Flynn's tall form meanders in, carrying a few Tupperware containers and a plastic bag. He doesn't look at either of us.
Well, he wanted us to be here, and I didn't have anything else going on. He's in the shower now.
I fidget with the inside of my pockets, trying to look nonchalant. Daxton's big blue eyes dart from me to Flynn, then back again.
I have to go pee in something. I'll be right back. That's such a good fucking way to get out of a room. That's great. I have to use that. I gotta go pee in something. I'll be right back.
Just something and leave.
That's so good. That is great. Because, you know, gives you an air of mystery and a good out to just get out of a room. That's fantastic.
Flynn's mouth twitches as if he's about to call Daxton back, but relents. Instead, he sets the bag on the kitchen island and begins rifling through it. His large tail twitches, and he furrows his brow, seemingly trying really hard to concentrate on whatever he's doing. Which, as I look closer, is essentially just arranging the Tupperware in a bag over and over. Flynn? He stops. He shifts his gaze towards me, and I'm at a loss of what to say. Part of me wants to call him a fucking weird, hypocritical asshole, which he is. The other part, well, I'm not really sure about the other part yet. You could call him out on being gay. Maybe if I just broach the topic of...
Chase. None of this shit matters.
He gestures between us.
I'm not gonna speak cryptic to you here about feelings and shit. I just need to know you're gonna keep your promise, okay?
Are you?
Fuck, do I have to decide?
Maybe. He's frowning down at me, but his expression is more uneasy than outright stern. Flynn.
Fuck!
His fist hits the countertop, and the next thing I know, he's moving around the kitchen and grabbing paper towels.
The lasagna's goddamn leaking everywhere. It's like a fucking menstrual pad in there. Jeez.
Why'd you bring lasagna?
Because Lardass needs to eat something besides pizza and self-hatred for a change. Lasagna's just tall pizza. Flynn.
Tall pizza?
It's tall pizza! Lasagna's got layers. It's tall. It's got ricotta and pasta, and it's basically just tall pizza.
Look, noodle is nowhere near as good as bread. Bread is this beautiful, like, thing that was birthed from the world, untainted by man's sins, and it should be left alone. Pizza, semi-abomination, because it is using bread in a sinful way. We should just be eating bread by itself, as God intended.
Oh my god. Was that from the holy book?
Yes.
Chapter 4, section 8, verse 12 through 17.
No, but I do like just bread by itself, though.
I know you do.
Just
That's why you hate sandwiches.
I hate sandwiches. You're just like, you're taking something already amazing and putting shittier ingredients in between it.
What about like seasoned bread, like garlic bread?
That's fine. That's fine.
Are you just like a plain, like, you get a baguette and just eat the shit out of a baguette?
I could do that.
I mean, baguettes are good.
Yeah.
That's why you get it.
But if you want to, like, put some butter, put some cheese and garlic powder on there and, like, bake it a little, I'm like, that's fine because it's a nice, like, garnish, you know?
It doesn't remove from the
Doesn't
bread.
remove from the bread.
I watched this video of a guy who was like, he was doing like this thing of trying to find the most like removing calories, but still,
Yeah,
like, you know.
yeah.
So he was like going to different fast foods to see kind of what the best value for the food was. He went to Subway and asked them to scoop the bread out of the inside of like the roll.
Yeah.
So he had like the shell part, but it was just like a cavern on the inside that he had them load up with stuff, and he ate it like that. So
Man, get that thin crust. Like,
it was basically thin crust, yeah.
yeah.
But it was just the Italian bread with all the insides scraped out.
Oh, no. That's so good. That's so good. I'd be down for that.
It's not really a sandwich, you know? There's not a lot of bread.
No. You've ripped the bread out. Like with you know that video that we watched with Paige and Pat?
Yeah.
You know, the best online couple ever.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't understand why Pat was like, she ruined the sandwich by removing the interior. Now you just have the croissant bread now.
Well, it's because him and his mindset is not yours, and a sandwich needs to be complete and eaten complete.
No.
Is his thinking.
No. Sandwiches are evil. They're the devil's food.
I don't. Then call me a sinner, because I love.
That's
me.
why they call it the sinner's sandwich in Deadly Premonition.
Shit, that's right. It applies to all sandwiches, not just
They're
the one.
all the sinner's sandwich.
God.
Okay. As opposed to you who eats salads and self-hatred.
Got it. Shut the fuck up. At least I have a self.
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know. Sydney. Credits roll.
What's that supposed to mean? Flynn doesn't respond. The Gilla busy with stacking paper towels underneath the bag before shoving it in the fridge. I hear the sounds of hooves and floorboards and turn back around. That sounds like that would be murder on like wood, hardwood floor.
Clock, I guess. It's already treated to be that. It would just be annoying.
Yeah, but I feel like you would need a carpeted house if you had hooves.
Yeah. Like I said, it would either be really annoying, you'd get used to it, or you'd have a carpeted house.
Yeah. Carl had shuffled into the living room so quietly we didn't even notice.
Hose on hardwood, I doubt it. Oh, look at him!
Look at him! He's got a little...
Yeah. He's got a little tie on. Might have to ditch the do-rag, though. So how does it look?
He looks good, but I'm more concerned with the fact that he looks more insecure than I've ever seen him.
Yeah, look at his little trimmed up beard. He's cleaned up. Look at this lad.
Yeah. He shifts from hoof to hoof, not moving, making eye contact at all. His fingers pulling at each other, pulling at their rolled up sleeves.
Very nice. You kind of look like you're pledging Alpha Lambda, but it works. What?
I don't know what that is either. Carl looks over at me, and I give a start, realizing how bad my silence must have seemed.
He might have meant like a frat, maybe?
I don't know. Or is it an industrial joke?
It could have been. That's like everything out of Daxton's mouth.
You look great, Carl.
But,
Daxton chuckles, and Carl's eyes widen.
What? The beanie. Do you always wear that thing?
Carl lifts a paw to it.
Usually. You can't wear that. How do you even get it on? It's stretchy and my head fur looks awful. Seriously, you can't wear a beanie to an interview.
Carl's getting all fidgety again, but Flynn butts in.
Don't wear it. Oh, come on.
He looks sad and angry at the same time, which gives me pause.
You go to work with your shirt half off. I'll wear it if I want. This is my interview.
I mean, he's not wrong.
It's true, though.
But that's an elected position.
And also, when he's at the office, he's got a tie on and his shirt's buttoned up.
Yeah.
Do you think this is the same shirt he wore to the smoke room?
Oh, yeah, you know it.
Ugh. Fucking nasty ass.
Usually Flynn would banter back, but calling Carl a stupid dumbass or something of that nature, but he says nothing. After a couple seconds of silence, Daxton coughs. Daxton looks at me, then back to Carl.
Well, I reckon that's all right.
Carl sighs and shifts around again. We watch him expectantly.
Dudes, this just feels weird, is all. It's new. You'll get used to it.
I pull out my phone to look at the time. All right, we need to head out. We should get there early. As we head to the door, Daxton makes as if to follow us. Flynn turns around to face him as Carl heads out the door.
Hey, Dax.
He stops.
What? After the interview, me, Chase, and some of our other friends, we're going to be doing something.
Wait, is Carl on board with this plan too? Daxton raises a brow.
Oh? So could you fuck off for a bit?
Jesus, Flynn. Part of me wouldn't mind a guy with Daxton's attitude present at what was surely to be the biggest downer of the week. And to keep Flynn in check. Daxton doesn't budge, giving Flynn an indiscernible look. After a while, Flynn just sighs, rubbing his brow.
It's got to do with personal stuff. Oh, really? See, why didn't you just say that? You wouldn't want to come. There's going to be some heavy shit. Are you the heavy shit in question?
Flynn says nothing. After a moment, Daxton just exhales and shakes his head.
Just let me know how the interview goes.
And that was the last we saw of the salamander.
Bye-bye.
As the salamander passes me, he speaks in a hushed tone.
You deserve better, man. Whoa! Bro.
You're right, I can get better. His name's Leo. I look down at my feet before heading out to the car. You don't.
Ooh. Here he is.
Who do you think that is?
It's
hard to say in this route.
It really is hard to say.
Is it Samuel? Is it someone else?
It could be Samuel.
It's really funny to think Samuel's just like, you don't deserve better.
You don't deserve better, you dumb shit. Are you kidding?
It just sounds like something
You're
Samuel
trash.
will say.
Absolutely.
Carl still looks confused after Flynn and I came out to the car without Daxton.
Where's Dude Man?
I make a show of buckling my seatbelt. Wait, so is Daxton just sitting in Carl's house?
He might have just
and then just
left
leave later.
He probably walked away, or he took his own car, I guess.
But they're on the only driveway.
Yeah. I don't fucking know. I mean, they all came separately.
Yeah, but I assume there's one driveway up, and then they're all parked in front of the house, so you would see if Daxton left, especially when Carl was the first to leave the door.
I guess so. We'll talk about it after your interview. What? He's not coming? He's the guy who runs the place. Yeah, well, you weren't gonna be bringing him inside with you anyway.
Carl stares at the dashboard as I back out, pretending to be distracted as I can muster up something reassuring. You know, Carl, you should just talk about some of your art while you're in there. I hear it's good to look like you have passion, especially one that's tangentially related to what you do. To be honest, I have no clue what sort of skills you need at a print shop. I look at my rearview mirror at the ram, who still isn't saying anything. Hopefully, not many. By the way, Flynn. Flynn's nostrils flare as he's bracing himself. The big lizard had to back his seat up all the way to give himself enough legroom in my tiny sedan. I need to stop by City Hall before, well, before we do the thing.
Why?
He responds with a wary dryness. I need to scan some photos to my thumb drive. I forgot to do it when I was last there. I know where everything is. It shouldn't take more than 10 minutes.
Yeah, okay. I got my key card in my wallet.
Flynn scratches his
Groin.
Okay, groin idly. That's what that word is. Idly. Looking out the window as we pass the diner. I'm kind of surprised he didn't protest more. Carl stays quiet as we drive through the rest of Echo, and I swear, and I swerve to avoid all of the potholes. As I'm merging onto the highway, Flynn speaks up.
I cooked you some shit to celebrate you joining the workforce and such. Fancy-ass organic store ramen with the spiced sausage stuff and lasagna. Same recipe that my uncle used. That's, premature, right? If there's a food reward waiting for you, your fat ass can do anything.
Okay. I resist the urge to nod in agreement.
Hope you're right.
We fall back into silence, and it stays that way for the remaining 20-minute drive. Carl gets more nervous the closer we get. I can see his knees bouncing up on the corner of my eye as he stares out the window. Flynn reaches back and puts a hand on one of them as we pull into the parking lot of the print shop. The Gilla mutters something to the ram. I can't make any of it out. Oh, look, a new background.
Yeah, it's like downtown.
Yeah.
Looks like Point Pleasant.
Yeah, it's a nice small town thing.
Yeah.
You look awesome, and you're gonna do amazing, hopefully.
Huh.
Carl starts taking deep breaths, staring out the windshield. Just be yourself. Everyone loves a relaxed employee. Do they?
I wish you'd let me have a smoke before we left.
Yeah, go into the interview smelling like pot. Great idea.
Oh man, if he has to do a piss test, he will not get the job.
No. Nope.
No.
Carl giggles nervously, but otherwise doesn't move. Do you want us to go in with you? Carl shakes his head quickly, unbuckling his seatbelt as he opens the car door.
No, man, I'll be fine.
Okay, cool. I'll be waiting. He looks to Flynn, who's gives him a little nod. I grin at him, but he just shuts the door and ambles, up to the print shop. He pushes on the door, and when they don't move, he pushes harder, shaking the glass. Oh no.
Oh no.
I start to open my door to tell him to pull instead, but he seems to figure it out before I have to and disappear inside.
Oops.
Oh, Carl.
Fucking hell.
I look over, and Flynn has his palms over his face. I sigh, leaning my seat back. I try to take a nap before, because it feels like I haven't slept in ages for some reason. You slept 11 hours!
It's true.
Though the heat beating down through the window starts becoming too uncomfortable. I turn the AC back on, then shuffle through the station, but I only find twangy country and mariachi. I look at the time. 10 a.m. If the interview starts on time, then he was probably almost done with it by now. I sort of want to go inside, but I know Carl wouldn't want me to. I settle back down again and close my eyes, trying to get some relief from the failing AC. And then the door rattles, and I hear haphazard hoof steps. I open my eyes, but no one's there. Flynn doesn't seem to have noticed, his own eyes closed. I do catch some movement disappearing around the side of the store, and I lean around to get a better look. I wait, but Carl, at least I think it's Carl, doesn't come back around the corner. Looking around, I slowly open my door. Carl? Flynn wakes up with a start, looking around some.
He out yet?
Nothing. Carl? I yell it, but he doesn't. But he still doesn't come out. Feeling some dread build up in my stomach, I get out of the car and slowly walk around the side of the building. Flynn joins me.
The hell's going on?
It's an alley between the print shop and what I think is a laundromat. Nothing in the alley except a few dumpsters and a bunch of garbage and clumps of garbage. I step carefully around puddles covered in oil sleek and wonder if maybe if he really just wanted a smoke. Carl? Something shifts on the other side of one of the dumpsters and I hear sniffling.
Aw.
Wordlessly, I look around the dumpster to the other side. Carl is bent over, his back to me, paws on his knees. His whole body is shaking and his breath is ragged. Holy shit, Carl! Before I can do anything, Flynn's at his side.
You okay, man? What happened?
The stench of vomit hits my nose, and I don't need to look closer to know what the puddle between Carl's hooves are. Carl makes sure to turn his face away from us and not saying a word. Shit. I dash back to the car and open the passenger door to get to the glove box. I pull out a few napkins before hurrying back to the Ram. When I return, Flynn quietly rubs his back. He takes them from me wordlessly and starts wiping his face. The last time I'd seen Carl like this was just last year when he had a panic attack at school. I didn't think he'd have that problem now after all the therapy and time away. I feel kind of useless just standing there watching them. He's at least not hyperventilating. The Ram has his horns pressed up against the wall, taking deep breaths as he wipes his face again.
Why do I suck at everything?
Because you're a gamer. He says it quietly, between gasps, but I can make it out.
Eh, not everything. Come on, let's go.
He starts to pull at his Ram, but he yanks it from him violently.
Don't touch me.
Flynn and I are stunned into silence. I just stare at him, mouth open. He glances at me and his eyes are red, and for once, it's not because of weed. Carl starts off towards the car on his own, splitting off to the side of us as he does. Carl, what happened? He whirls on me.
I fucked up, obviously. Any more fucking questions? A few, yeah.
His voice breaks apart on the last sentence, and he turns away from us as his face starts to screw up. My stomach feels hollow as I watch Carl get into the car. I've never ever seen him like this. I mean, he immediately hunches forward behind the driver's seat, head in his paws. I slowly walk up to the driver's side door, feeling like shit myself. Flynn joins me. The Gilla tugs at the scales around his chin, teeth grit. His expression is just bizarre, like intermittent. Did I say that?
Intermittent.
Intermittent?
Yes.
What does that mean?
Like, intermittent, with space between them.
As I, don't know my own thing. I don't... Yeah. Okay. Intermittent.
M-I-T... Yep. Intermittent.
Intermittent.
Occurring at irregular intervals, not continuous or steady.
Yes.
Okay. Smiling in between almost nauseous-looking face contortions.
Fuck.
I sit for a while, waiting to see if Carl is going to say anything. He does.
I'm sorry.
He blurts it out through his fingers. I look over at him, scared to say anything in case I say the wrong thing.
It was a disaster, dudes.
He takes in a deep, shuddering breath.
He could tell I wasn't into it right away. I was awkward as fuck.
He leans back and tugs at his shirt.
This isn't me, and they knew it, and it got me nervous. I've been nervous ever since I put on these clothes, since I got this stupid trim.
We sit in silence for a while, a long time until Carl finally looks at me and smiles.
God damn it. We all knew this was gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
Just like at Pueblo with you, Chase, and with your uncle, Flynn. I'm just a fuck up. Nah. This is my fault, man. I told you I was gonna coach you, and I never got around to it. And I'm the tit dirt who made Dak stay behind. Maybe he could have helped. I don't fucking know.
The Gila takes it in a seamless breath.
Wow, it's like Flynn actually knows how to care about Carl.
Yeah.
That's wild. Mm-hmm. You can't be expected to go into this shit blind and spit out exactly what some mid-level manager named Skyle wants to hear.
Skyle?
I guess it's supposed to be like a generic
Kyle?
white person name.
I guess. Is Skyle a real word?
I don't
Is that
think
a
it's
real name?
I don't think it's a real name. I think he's just being funny. World's fucked like that, just banging walls sometimes. No, dude, I'm the one that screwed up the interview.
How is it spelled?
Skyle.
Okay, there's Skylar.
Yeah, Skylar is like a normal name.
And there's Skylar.
Skyle is, I think, just Flynn being funny.
Okay. You wouldn't name your
No.
kid Skyle?
No way.
You wouldn't name your next cat Skyle?
Maybe. Maybe my cat, but not my kid.
Really? I feel like I would, like, give a child a shitty name, but give, like, a normal name to a cat. Your name is Alan.
Your name is Alan, small four-legged creature.
Carl settles back in his seat.
Now with that fuck up out of the way.
I sigh, looking out at the hazy horizon in the direction of where I know Echo is. On to the next.
None of this fucking matters, Carl. Don't worry.
Flynn gives me a look, then closes his eyes. I don't know if Flynn believes what he's saying. So, with that, I turn on the ignition and pull out of the parking lot, leaving the print shop and its alley far behind us. Okay, so we'll probably... That seems like a good place to stop it.
Poor
So.
Carl.
Carl, you know, he's not the best put together individual.
No. And, you know,
And he hasn't had his character arc to
no.
be better.
Didn't quite get to grow up all that much, I
So,
suppose.
you know, it is what it is.
Is what it is. So, you know how it goes.
You'll have to play his route if you want to see if he actually...
I mean, I don't think I'd be
If he
opposed
gets
to
there.
I don't think I'd be opposed to it. Mm-hmm. Could be all right. Well, until next time.
Yeah! See you around, everyone.